Hey guys, today is Sunday, so we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna be on the ground pretty much the whole time today. We're gonna stretch out. We're gonna stretch out our hips, our shoulders, relax everything. It's been a long week one. You've done a lot of work. So today, make sure you're just recovering, taking care of your muscles, hydrating, eating good. So we're going to get started, okay? Right now, we're going to come down into what we call a spider lunge. So we're going to roll it, walk it out, and we're going to bring that foot on the outside of our hand, and we're going to stretch, keeping that back leg straight. So let me show you again, okay? We're going to walk it out. Move this water out over the way. Walk it out. I'm going to bring that foot the side of your hand as far as you can, back straight. That back leg is extended. Push through for your abductors, your hamstrings, your quads. That whole stretch, you're gonna feel your quads on your other leg stretch. Bring it back and then switch legs, okay? So we're gonna get started. Come down into the spider position. Start stretching. Really open that up. You're going to feel that stretch. Bring it back. We're going to do 5 each side. So that was 1. Okay, stretch it and breathe as we're down here. Enjoy today. Switch sides. We're on 3, so it's 10 all together, but 5 each side. Okay, stretch it, switch, breathe. Today is for your muscles to enjoy. And switch. This is halfway. If you need to drop that back knee, that's okay. If you don't feel like you can hold yourself up the whole time, that's okay. You can modify this. This is just meant to get a good stretch going for your legs, really waking them up. We got 4 more. Let's switch. And breathe. And switch. And breathe. Don't look at your feet. Just try to look out in front of your hands a few inches. Switch. Last one this side, and we have 1 more. Switch. All right, put both your feet together and roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, okay? So, we're gonna do a crescent lunge. Again, everything will be 5 each side, okay? Or 10 all together. So today, we're gonna reach out. We're gonna stretch, leaving that back leg extended. Put our arms up, and we are arching our back, pushing through the hips, okay? Let me show you again. Back leg straight, knee bent in the front. Try to arch that back. Open up your abs the best you can. And breathe, okay? And we'll come out and we'll go in. So let's get started. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Arch and breathe and push. 1, come out of it. Bend back. 2. We're going to keep doing that. This is 3, 4. And we're going into last one, 5. And we'll switch sides, okay? So switch it out. Just try to arch and get an extension. Try to stretch those abs out. Reach for the sky. This is 1. Try to open up that chest. 2, 3. This isn't a cardio. We're going into 3. 4. Breathe and stretch. And 5. Okay. Now, we have the world's greatest stretch. So what it's going to look like is we're going to stretch, put our arm, and reach. If you can't do that, rest your elbow and just turn and reach. Okay, if you can't reach the ground all the way, we'll work up to that throughout this 21 days. You guys, this is day 7. You are finished with week 1. So let's do this world's greatest stretch. Come out to that lunge, bend, and turn, and breathe. Come back, and we'll stand, and we'll bend, touch, turn, and breathe. Come back, lunge, turn. Try to turn that chest and get that hand directly above you. Do the best you can with your range of motion. This is 4. We're just opening everything up, okay? Been a lot of work this week. This is 5, and we're gonna switch feet. All right, switch feet, lunge, bend, put that hand down, and turn. Try to keep your core always engaged, even when we're stretching. It is helping protect us. I really hope you guys enjoyed this week 1 of Angel Body's 21-day program. I've enjoyed the feedback. We have 2 more. And no balance on this side. All right. 2. 1 more. And then we're going to come up. Okay. So now we're going to hit the ground. We have a 90-90. And again, I'll show you a little bit of this. Okay. So with the 90-90 means our legs are at a 90-degree angle both ways, as far as you can, as close to the ground as you can. Now, watch the move, and then I'll show you a modification. This is going to open your hips. So you can try to do it. Keep your hands together. I like to clasp mine like you're not going anywhere, but you're going to lift and turn without touching. And you're going to keep 90 degrees in your legs. Now, modification, hands back, turn with it, or if you can't do the full turn, try to just lift one halfway, okay? The back one preferably, halfway up, and then down. You'll have 5 each side. You will have to move a little bit faster to keep up because we'll be going back and forth, okay? So we have 10 back and forth, which will work us. So core engaged, try to keep that back flat the best you can. Whenever you're in the 90 on the floor, you'll kind of get a little tilt as you're moving, and I keep my hands up. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and we're going to 90. It is a slow move to rotate those hips, but trust me, it opens and gives more mobility and flexibility. This is 5. 7. And this is 10. Okay. And you'll notice if your hands are off the ground doing it, it kind of scoots you just a little bit, but that's okay. Okay. So we have bear to scorpion. Now, the way that this is going to look, we know bear brings us up, but then we're going to step it back in scorpion. If you need to keep your knees on the ground, fine, but at least come up into that bear, then take your step, and then scorpion, and then we'll bring it back to bear, and then back to scorpion. Okay? Modification is that when we hit that scorpion, you put your knees on the ground. Try to do that scoop and get us up, arching our back. The only exercises you hear me say, arch your back, because you want it to stretch out those abs, really stretch out the hamstrings and the quads. Those muscles are tired and sore, okay? So get into your bear position, flat back, knees hip width, hands under the shoulder. We're going to pop our knees up, step, step, scoop, scorpion, okay? Bear, step, step, scoop into scorpion. Bear, step, step, scoop. And breathe as we're doing this. And step, step, and scoop. This is 5. Breathe. Step back and scoop into scorpion. Okay? Three more. Two. Last one. And we're done. If you need a sip of water, take it. I know we're still working a little bit. Okay? Now, with this one, you're really going to enjoy it. I hope so. Makes me feel good when I do it. We're going to lay in a prone position. So we're going to completely lay on the ground flat. You're going to put your face into the ground. If you need a towel, use a towel. Okay? Face into the ground. And what you're going to do is you're going to start with your hands. Wait, my water. Out in front of you. Palms facing down. Right better. Okay. Face down, palms facing down. And you're going to rotate. And as you rotate, you're going to flip your hands with your palms up and bring them to a triangle in your back. Try to bring them up as high as you can. And then we'll go back and flip them to palms back down to stretch out. And that is 1. So, again, palms out and flip up to a triangle for your back. And you're going to be laying flat, face down. And then we're going to rotate, slowly flipping the palms back down and directly out in front of us. Just for some shoulder rotation. Okay? So, get your face down. We have 10. And breathe. And let's rotate. 3, 2, 1. Rotate. Bring your palms up. Try to reach as far as you can on your back. And bring them back. And rotate. Extended. This is 2. Bring them back onto your back. Palms facing the ceiling. And then extend back palms to the floor. 3, palms to the ceiling. Stretching those shoulders, getting a nice rotation. And palms to the floor. 4. This is not meant to be fast. This is 5. Palms to the floor. Bring them back. This is 6. Palms to the ceiling. Bring them back. Palms to the floor. And this is going to be 7. 3. Don't hold your breath. We got 8. 'Your shoulders did so much work this week, holding you up. This is 9. Palms up in the middle of your back. Palms turn and rotate down. Last one, you guys. All right. Bring them back flat to finish and come up. I think that felt so good for my shoulders. They supported and plank. They did a lot of heavy lifting on upper body day. They did triceps for us. They just did so much work supporting us. So really got to open those up. Okay. So you remember our 90-90 we just did. We're going to sit in a V. And then what we're going to do, 5 on each side. We're going to go into a 90 and then back out. Okay? Now, modification, you can lay back on your hands if that helps. But if you can try to do a little challenge, just try to put your hands together, keep them at your chest, and bring it up. Hit that 90, bring it up, and stretch it back out. Okay? So, we're going to go 5 on each side. Again, if you can't do it, just try to see how far in the move you can get, whether it's halfway down, whether it's just up to the air and then back out. 5 each time. It's going to work these hips, these abductors, a little bit of the glutes and quads. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 95 each side. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1. You always hear me say one side may be stronger than the other. One side may have more balance. That's just normal. That's just human. This is 5. All right, you guys. Look, we're doing great. This whole stretching has 12 exercises that we're going through. Next week, we'll be able to move a little bit faster just because you'll know the moves. Okay? So, we have frog to cat, cow. So, you know, cat, cow, we do the back, arching, my moo, the kitty cat, whatever, right? I know you guys enjoy the sound effects, but we're going to open. You've seen me do the frogs where we lift our legs. With this one, we're going to do a frog, cat, cow. So feet are directly parallel to your knees. You're trying to stretch your hips as far down as you can get them. I'm not great in my hip flexibility, but I try to open it up the best I can. And then we're just going to come out, okay, and support ourselves. So again, Open as far as you can, looking like a froggy. Keep your feet flexed. You want that dorsiflexion going. And then we're going to arch and cow. Arch like a kitty cat and cow. Okay? So, get in position. Get those feet out. Get your hips stretched. Feet parallel to the knees. Arms like this. And then we're going to arch and stretch. Okay? So, we got 10. And 1 cat-cow is 1. Okay? So, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Kitty cat. Cow. 2, blue, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, bring your feet and your knees together. Come out of that. You guys, we have 3 moves left, and then we're done for today. You can enjoy your Sunday. I hope that you'll feel nice and stretched out after this. So, with our 90-90, we have a stretch with it, okay? We're going to go back into a 90-90 position. Get those feet, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to come up, stretch, hovering there. So you can relax on one side if you need to. Bring it up, stretch. It's like a kick, a push, and then bring it back. Just one side, and then we'll flip and rotate to the other side. If you can keep your hands up, great. If not, modify, rest. You can come down here and do it if you're really having issues opening that hip. Okay, so let's get started. 3, 2, 1. Raise up, kick, back. And the reason you see me focusing on our hips and our quads and our glutes, because they do a lot of work throughout the week. We have one more. And I want to make sure we're taking time, flip sides, to really stretch them out, make sure those muscles and joints are flexing and doing what they need. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Two, 3, 4, and then 5. And you should really feel it opening up those hip flexors. All right. Now 3 moves officially. We're going to go back into a frog, but we're going to rock. So, again, feet out, knees out, everything parallel. And what we're going to do is come down onto our elbows. If you want to do it on your hands because you can't reach that low, just coming down, that's fine. So we're going to go forward and then back, and then forward and then back. So come into it, okay? If you feel like it's just easier for you to stay up top, that's fine. But I feel like you get more of a stretch if you come down onto your elbows. That's just an opinion. Everybody do what you're comfortable with. Let's go. 10 and 3, 2, 1. Let's rock. Forward. 2, 3, 4. This isn't a fast rock. It's slow. This is 6. 9 and 10. Now you should feel like it did a different stretch than the cat-cow, even though it still opens up those hip flexors. Okay, so we have hip hovers, the hovering of the hip So again, we're gonna hit a 90, 990. I like the 90s because you can use the hand to support yourself. What you're gonna do is you're gonna lift. You're gonna, hold on, if I can get it. You're gonna lift, turn up, come back. You're not gonna go into a full change. You're just gonna stop halfway, but you're hovering that foot above the ground. Okay, so that's why it's a hip hover. If you want to put your hand over to the side, again, if you can hold out at your chest, that's great. This is our last two moves. Okay, you have one more after this. So 5 on each side. We lift, hover that foot, bring it back. Hover that foot, bring it back. Okay, and then we switch. So 5 on each side. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. And hover. Four, 5. Let's flip. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. I always feel like my left side is way harder. That's 5. Okay. I lost some balance on there. Okay, last one. This one's ridiculously easy, but our wrists have done a lot of work holding us up. So what I want you to do is, if you can, flip your hands backwards, okay? And then come back just a slight bit, pulling on them, leaning back onto the hands, and then release and come forward. We're gonna rock with it, okay? If for some reason that's just too hard on you, you can stand up and do it with your hand and do the push and then release and then do that. As we do it, you still have to do 5 on each side, okay? So get your hands in position. I like to put my knees directly behind my hands. I feel like it's a good spot for rocking. And just lean a little forward. And as we rock, that'll be 1. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. You should feel that nice stretch coming through that forearm. This is 5. 8, 9, and 10. Release. Okay, you guys, that is it for stretching, mobility. Sunday is always going to look like this. We'll be able to move through the moves a little bit quicker once you learn them really well. Might even mix them up just a little bit as we get to week 3. But I just want you guys to make sure you're opening those hip flexors, really stretching those legs, working the shoulders, getting them open and relaxed to start week 2. It's going to be great. It's going to be challenging. There's always new challenges every day. But guess what? Tomorrow has its own problems. Focus on today, right? So thank you guys for finishing week 1. This was day 7. I really hope you're enjoying the program. If you have questions about nutrition or the workouts or any modifications or substitutions, reach out to me. I am here to help you reach your goals, okay? Have a great weekend.